afternoon. My name is Margie Myers. I am the chairman of WATCH, which is Hubbell's employee resource group specifically for women. And to help celebrate Women's Equality Day, I have the pleasure of speaking today with Elizabeth Siefkas, who is one of our VPSAs, which is our Vice President of Strategic Accounts here at Hubbell. How are you doing today, Elizabeth?
I'm doing great. Hi, Margie.
Hi, it is so great to have you here. And just to have this opportunity to ask you a little bit about your experiences and your thoughts. And to get started, can you share with us how you got started at Hubbell and give us an idea of what titles and positions you've held over time?
Absolutely. So I started with the company in international customer service. So I was looking for an opportunity to utilize my Spanish and international business background. And I began in customer service with Power Systems. So representing end customers and distributors in Central and South America, I actually began translating specifications from English to Spanish. And so that was really key for me because it helped me to quickly get up to speed on our products, applications, and really the overall business. So I learned a lot from that. You know, I continued on in international customer service as a manager for a short period of time, transitioned over to director of all customer service for Power Systems. And as you said, so now I'm vice president strategic accounts for Hubbell. So I've really grown up with the company over these past 25 years.
I love you sharing that story. It just goes to show that you came in with one set of experiences and you were able to just really expand from that in your time here with Hubbell. So what efforts do you personally see Hubbell making to create a more equal workplace in honor of Women's Equality Day?
Yeah, I think that Hubbell's taken a very proactive approach, and there's a lot of different areas the company is focused on. You know, and most importantly, I think, is the diversity inclusion and the strategy around it. So providing a more inclusive work environment, focusing on diversifying our workforce and really bringing awareness to all levels throughout the organization. There's other parts of it too. I mean, obviously recognizing Women's Equality Day, you know, with this podcast, I think is just one of those steps forward. The partnership we have with Paradigm for Parity that really focuses on promoting equality in the workplace. You know, I feel like the general tone of the company's changed. People are recognizing it and feeling that it's more of an equal workplace. And so to me, it's just all of those different assets that we have now that we're supporting through the organization.
Thank you. Now, I think you've really highlighted on a lot of important pieces there, talking about our diversity and inclusion group and certainly our relationship with Paradigm for Parity. So those are a couple of great positives. What do you think could be done better or more of with that here at Hubbell?
I think Hubbell has established a great path for supporting a more equal workplace. So we've got a good foundation, and I think we just need to continue to build on it. So continuing that overall focus on, you know, measuring our progress and sharing our accomplishments, I think, is important. I also think we need to continue to provide a safe platform and area where our employees, you know, coworkers, your teammates can share thoughts and ideas around this particular area. I think that our organization's come a long ways recently, and being able to share some of these thoughts and things that we might not have done previously, I think is a great step forward in this area. You know, again, we've been very proactive with the inclusion and diversity recently, and just launching that series of webinars. Hopefully everyone's taking advantage of those. For me, I think the continued support of the WATCH program is important, and supporting and promoting that within our company, I think, continues. It's been established, I believe, about 7 years ago. And I think that was the first step that the organization took in this particular area. And seeing that continue, I think, is important for our group, for our company. The mentor program, the book club, and the events that we've had, regional meetings, and all those different areas are important for us moving forward. The other thing I think is there are other avenues outside of our company that we need to recognize too. So the supporting various industry events like NAED, Women in Industry, I've been able to participate in this in the last few years and have found a great value to it. And it brings, a lot of insight and thoughts around how women in the industry can come together and what that group looks like, not only at Hubbell, within our peers, within our competitors, within our distributor and end user partners. I think is a great opportunity for us as an organization to continue to support this effort.
Thank you. That was great, Elizabeth. The team you're part of, the strategic accounts team, I think has a really critical role in working with many of our key customers. And your current role as VP of Strategic Accounts is a majority male occupied role. What do you think you do and bring differently than your counterparts?
We all have strengths and attributes in various areas, and what we bring and the value that we bring to the organization is important. Me being a part of that team and the other players on the team, I think, make us successful. So I'm not so sure that I bring anything differently. It's just, I think us as a team makes us successful.
You just bring such a great perspective, Elizabeth, because honestly, the amount of years you have with Hubbell and the different roles you've had, I think certainly do bring a fantastic perspective to the strategic accounts team. I know it's certainly, I think you probably say an eclectic group, but you guys all really do mesh well together and each bring something different, but without question, you are a huge, huge part of that organization. And I know a number of folks that would most certainly agree with that. So thinking back, is there anything you would have done differently in your career?
I think, a lot of people think about this question and in different areas of their life and, think about second guessing maybe a decision or something that has happened. But I really, personally, I really can't say that there's anything I would have done differently in my career. I own my own path and my decisions, not only with my career, but my personal life. So this is, my journey and what I've chosen to do. And I feel good about that. I'm happy with where I'm at and the value I bring to the organization. And I think that that's important. And I don't think I would have done anything differently.
That's awesome. I don't think many of us can say that. I think it's great to see your views on that and just really owning where you've been and where you're going. So along those lines, what advice would you give to other women, whether at Hubbell or otherwise, who are looking advanced in their careers?
I think back and I utilize these today, but there's very basic things that I think one needs to think about. Whether you're looking to advance your career or looking to put a plan in place for your career in particular. So, starting with realistic goals, even small ones, I think it's extremely important to have those and to have that vision for your path. That vision or that path may change or may, take a turn here and there. But overall, set those goals, have something that you can work toward and attain and establish those steps to accomplish them. The other thing is share your goals and interests with others. Don't expect others to understand what your desires are or what your goals are. They have no idea if you don't share them. So make sure you share those with others. The other thing is be patient. You don't need to conquer the world in just a few days or a few months. Some things don't happen or materialize as quickly as you'd like. Some happen quicker than you would ever imagine. So just be ready to recognize these and have the ability to react and take advantage of opportunities. We talk about networking all the time, but it continues to still be something I think is extremely important, not only within your company and industry, but also outside. So your peer, your neighbors, your friends and such, it allows you to gain new insights, build relationships. Could be an avenue for a new opportunity or something new down the road that you can bring to the organization. The other thing is don't compare yourself to others. Everyone has different qualities and traits. So know who you are, recognize who you are, and what value you bring to the table.
That was fantastic, Elizabeth. Making a number of mental notes for myself. So I think you're absolutely right, whether it's professional or certainly personally, set those goals be patient as far as certainly achieving those goals. Be open to networking once again, whether it's internal or external. And lastly, don't compare yourself. But I think so many of us fall into that trap. It's just way too easy to do. So I don't think we can hear that enough. So I'm glad you added that as well. So just a lot of fantastic food for thought. So thank you so very much for just being able to take the time with us today and celebrate Women's Equality Day with us.
Thank you, Margie, and I appreciate the opportunity. And it's great to have this podcast and recognize Women's Equality Day at Hubbell. So I'm glad that we're providing that opportunity and providing that visual recognition for others. So I thank you for your time.